What's up everyone? Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I will be bringing you behind the scenes of the Zurich Games, which is a CrossFit competition, a team CrossFit competition where I will participate in. And what is cool about this event, I find, is that it is inside the big hall of the main station of Zurich. So there will be a lot of other people who are not used to CrossFit coming in and see how the competition is going. I will give you some insights behind the physiology of the workouts by wearing a nurse strap and also giving you a little bit of information on that, as well as nutrition. What do I eat in between events? Do I sometimes drink or eat something during the event? It will be a team competition, so it will be with my good friend William, and we qualified as the first team to this competition, so the goal is to win, right? Alright, let's get into it. I mean, just look how cool this setup is. It's pretty epic. So you just walk into the main building of the Hauptbahnhof and then you just see a setup of a snatch ladder of a CrossFit event. So the first workout will be a snatch ladder. You see here all the weights racked up for the guys as well for the girls if you have a male-female team. And then when you are able to hit the last bar is for the guys, I think 75 kilos. For the girls, not 100% sure, I think 55 kilos. You are allowed to go to the last, let's say, bar or the last platform, which is literally inside the middle of the station, which is pretty interesting. And then you'll have 1 minute to perform, let's say, an open weight. This means you can put on as much weight as you want and you have one attempt. And obviously the score of both athletes counts as a score for the workout. Later on, we will do the exact same thing with a clean and jerk, but obviously heavier weights. Okay, let's warm up. So I opted for a power snatch all the way through because people who know me know that my mobility is not very great and my pulling from the floor is quite strong. So I went for a power snatch instead of a squat snatch, and also the weight I can hit with a power snatch would be sufficient to end up high in this workout because my partner William is also a very strong athlete. Let me introduce you to my partner in crime, Willie. Are we gonna win this?
Yes,
we
let's
have
go.
to try. Let's go. So here we are in event 1. This is 70 kilos on the bar, so the next to last bar, you see this goes up quite easily. How was the event structured? You always had 1 minute per team to hit the designated weights. Good, so if you would miss a weight, that's no problem. You can still redo it when you're still in the 1 minute time frame. So here I'm preparing for my 75 kilograms bar. Should be quite easy, although you see that I didn't really extend here and I had to catch the bar quite a lot in front of me. Not the best lift, but it was still good. And then really go straight afterwards and hits a very nice lift. Very nice technique. You see that he trains a lot more on snatch than me. Then we had 1 minute to give the judge our open weight, which was 80 kilograms for me. Should be quite easily feasible. But what was interesting, the judge you see on the right, he was a real weightlifting judge. And the standards were exactly the weightlifting standards. So if you would have a bent elbow, usually that's not the case in CrossFit competitions, but this was now the case, you could actually get a no rep. And I got a no rep because of the slightly bent elbow. So that was a bit of a bummer, but the judge is always right here. Then William was up, he hit quite easily 85 kilograms, was quite stoked with that. So this means that I hit 75 kilograms because I had no rep on the last one, and he had 85 kilograms, so an average of 80 kilograms on the snatch event. Let's see if we can do better on the clean and jerks. The last bar will be 85 kilos, so that's gonna be a big jump from the last bar to the open bar. So let's see what I'm gonna do. I mean, my clean and jerk is around 120, but I'm definitely not gonna go for that. I think 110 would be a good one, just because of the strict movement standards. If you have any push out or anything that is not exactly weightlifting, you will not get a rep. So you cannot go too hard on this one. So 107, 110, let's see if I can get it, all right? Good, last bar of the clean and jerk ladder, 85 kilos. Still a relative warm-up for us. We're hitting both above 100 kilos. So that goes up like nothing for William. And then me, within that same minute, also a clean and jerk at 85 kilos. And now we are going to have to provide our weights to the judges. And here you see William with a little bit of a gamble at 107. And you see the clean up quite easy. And we were a bit afraid, that's why I said it's a gamble, of again the lockout. It had to be perfect, but you see he hits it nice and the judge gives him a rep. Then me, I had to take also a little bit of a gamble because I failed the snatch. At 80 kilos, we wanted to make up some ground on the leaderboard, and I know that's my strength. So I went for 112 kilos. So that's still a lot under my 1RM. But again, it's a big jump and you cannot miss the lift. There's only one attempt. But you see, quite easy. Actually, that felt super light. I think I have at least 10 more kilograms in the tank. But definitely great start of the day and really getting hyped up here. All right, that was quite fun, a bit stressful as well. So I hit 112 kilos on the clean and jerk, pretty easy, pretty comfortable as you could see on the video. You have to think this is quite a stressful workout because the last barbell I hit in the ladder was 85 kilos, and then I had like a 1 or 20 kilogram jump straight into a 112 clean and jerk. So and if you miss that, obviously your weight is the 85. You don't have a second chance. So that's why I went a little bit conservative, like around 10-15% under my 1RM to be kind of sure, but still there was some stress involved, as you could maybe see. Nutrition wise, we're gonna eat now. I've been eating 30 grams of carbohydrates approximately in snack form from the first workout, from the warm-up of the first workout, and now I'm getting pretty hungry. It's 12 o'clock, so lunchtime. We're gonna eat like 70 grams of carbohydrates and some proteins and some fat, obviously, mostly into like a pasta, something I like to eat. This afternoon there are 2 more workouts, quite evenly spread, like at 3 p.m. and at 6 p.m. So plenty of time to rest and to recover. These are typical CrossFit style workout with a lot of movement and high heart rate. That is definitely not my strength compared to the strength events. So let's see how that goes, and let's see if my partner can keep me up. So while we're eating, William showed me something very cool that you guys probably didn't know yet, but William is also onto YouTube. And he has 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you are into software engineering, I will put the link to his channel here, and definitely go follow him. As we're getting ready for the second workout, I will guide you through what it actually is. It's going to be some kind of endurance workout where you'll always have 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 2 rounds, 1 round. I'll put it on the screen to make it easier for you, but it's basically just pushing hard from the beginning and holding on. It's going to be 30 minutes for everyone, but because at the end you'll see that if you get there, it's going to be the total amount of bar muscle ups that will define, let's say, the best of the rest. So how would I warm up for this stuff? I would go hard for 11-12 minutes, like high heart rate, and getting all the movements in, all the different types of movements. You see here that they're not very technical, except maybe for the bar muscle ups. So the goal is to get the heart rate up for, yeah, let's say 8 to 12 minutes, and then rest for 6 to 8 minutes, really come to rest before you go into such a workout. So I would take around 40 minutes, 35 minutes for warm up for such a workout. Okay, let's go. All right, jumping into the second workout here. At this point, we already did round 1 and round 2. And for me, high volume toes to bars, synchro is very hard, you know. So that's why I was already pretty gassed at this point. We're now running each 12 kilocalories on the air runner, so that's pretty cool to have that movement in. Afterwards, straight into the rope climbs, 3 rounds of this, so running and then rope climbs, 4 rope climbs. We did 1-1, so William did 1, I did 1, he did 1, and then I did 1 again. What is interesting with rope climbs is that it's a lot of technique, and because we just did 50 synchro toes to bars, my abdominals were really fried. So then it's very difficult to bring your hips and your knees high to have a right technique. You can see it here. I was clearly very fatigued. I was riding that threshold the whole time, like 30 minutes full threshold training, I would say. But anyway, we could keep the pace quite high. You go, I go with the rope climbs. So that was good. We could actually catch up sometimes because there was a female team, all female team, and they were really pushing us. So props to them. They did really well in this workout. And then back to the run. I think this is the last round of the rope climbs and the run. So you can see here I'm walking very, very slowly, trying to gasp for air. And I'm actually the one who is holding William back. Because yeah, I could have jumped up that rope much faster, but I just didn't have it in me, and I was a bit afraid, obviously, of failing the rep. Then after, again, 2 times the run, we went off on the burpees, and the burpee is definitely one of my weakest movements in CrossFit. I don't know why, but I just fatigue really fast in my posterior chain doing a burpee, certainly at high volume. Again, here we had to do 25 synchro, and then run, and then again 25 synchro. So that's 50 burpees over this line, really hard for me, and I constantly had to shout to Willy to go slower and go slower. But at the end, we managed through, and we had around, as you can see here, so after this run, we had around 4 minutes 30 or so to do the bar muscle ups. And then it was all about the bar muscle ups, right? There were a lot of teams who actually had more time than us on the bar muscle ups, but because we were actually quite well in sync here and really could start off with a big set, I think 7 or so, and I always could do 3 to 4 without much rest, we could hang on that pace. And you can see I still have a good kip here, trying to be explosive, quick sets, rest. I was really at the limit of my cardiovascular capacity here. Everything, mostly the cardiovascular system was working at maximal level. You see here that also Willy is still going quite well, doing a set of 5, doing a set of 6, and also me here all the way at the end. I could still do a couple. You see that my technique is definitely going down. I'm not recommending to do this every day, but at least for one workout it's fine. And here one more rep for Willy, and at the end we had 47 final score of bar muscle ups, which also got us the win in that event, despite having not so much time for the whole bar muscle ups. Okay guys, debrief of the second workout. That really crushed me, as you can see from the videos. Now I'm already back to kind of normal, like 1 hour after. Ate some carbs, drank some coffee, feeling better. This was really well programmed workout because you had like a high volume of synchro dose to bar, and dose to bar is something that, like, in the beginning it goes nice and then it steeply goes down if you're not very fit, like me in this movement, and certainly my partner was better. So it's a good one to, I think, add into competition workouts because it really gets the best athletes on top. At the end we were able to actually do well on the muscle ups at the end, and we were able to hang on for the win. So now we were second on the first one, first on the second workout, and we are 4 points ahead of the second place. So one more workout to go, and let's see if we can get the win here.
You know, just after the workout, it's our express to film this.
I know.
2,000 francs.
I know. Good. Good. You get 10% of the revenue of the video. All right, start of workout 3. So how was this workout structured, programmed? It was 3 minutes on, so where you had to do the work, and 1 minute off, where you had to do a rest. So the first round was 150 double unders, you can share as you want, straight into 40 handstand push-ups. And handstand push-ups happens to be a good movement for even myself as well as Willy. For some reason I've always been good at that movement, certainly the keeping movements. We repped these 40 reps out very quickly, and I think we were done in 2 minutes or 2 minutes 5. So this means that we had quite some advantage on the other teams that did a little bit longer over handstand push-ups. You see here that we finish first, at least in our heat. Then was a 1 minute rest, and then straight into the double unders again. We changed up the strategy a little bit. I did 50, then Willy did 50, and I did 50 again, so he could jump into the handstand walk immediately. You see, that's also a very good movement for him. Every time 10 meters. Also here, I was able to push quite well, but you did feel it obviously in the triceps from the high amount of double under. So that's the nice part about CrossFit. It's always, let's say, a translation of different movements and different body parts that get fatigued. Here really is going too far, but that's all good. Here are the last, I think, 5 meters of our 40-minute handstand walk. And you see that Willie still has quite some juice in the triceps left. And also here we were able to finish within the 3 minutes. That was obviously according to plan. Good, then the third round was 50 wall balls into 40 pull-ups. I'm also quite a good wall baller, so I took most of the reps here. I did 20. Willie did 15, if I remember correctly, yes, and I did then 15. So that's quite high volume, certainly because your heart rate was still jacked up. And then William, because he's very good in gymnastics, you can see here a short range of motion, really good technique. He was able to rep out, I think, 20 reps or so, 20 pull-ups. But he went maybe slightly too far if I see it back here, because you see that he almost failed the last rep of his set. That's something you always have to try to avoid in such team competitions, and also just in CrossFit, to never go until failure within a set. Rest at least 2-3 reps before a failure. But anyway, he could recover, and we were able to also do all the pull-ups within the 3-minute time cap. See here, sprinting was less of an issue. Then onto the last round, the last push, 50 wall balls and 40 chest to bars, which is more of a difficult movement. I was also wearing a nurse strap on my right quadricep, and this measures the amount of oxygen that is sitting inside the tissue, so inside the muscle. And obviously when you start doing these contractions, these wall balls, the muscle uses the oxygen that is available, and the tissue oxygenation, this is what you see here on the line, drops quite dramatically. And this also shows you how intense such a workout is. You have these whole body movements combined with local contractions, which are the wall balls, and this is beautifully seen in this low values. I think I was at 20% at a certain point, which is quite low for me. This also shows how intense this workout again was. Here we are at the end of our chest to bars. In this one, we did not make it through all the 40 reps within the 3-minute time cap. Everyone was super tired there, but overall super happy with the performance and how we handled that workout. All right, Willie, how was it?
It was cool.
It was cool.
Really fun, really well organized.
This guy pushed me to the limit on the second one. At least I could bail him out a little bit on the wall balls.
Yes.
Because
and then you could support me on my weaknesses. So we tried to play
exactly.
Well.
It was really cool. It was according to plan, but obviously, I mean, it's not easy if you're. If you don't know 100% how everything is going, and it's still always a lot of anxiety and I mean, such a big setting. Certainly the first workout with the lift within all the people, and you have one lift to go for it. So, but I think we did well at the end, and super fun.
Yeah.
So next year we go regular team, or we stay in the masters. I think
Same procedure.
1 year older, same procedure. Before I forget, shout out to my wife for taking care of the 3 kids today. I mean, thinking that a competition is hard, maybe, but taking care of 3 kids for a whole day is much harder than doing such a CrossFit competition. So shout out to my wife. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and see you soon.